Good morning, children. How are you? Hope you are all fine. Have you completed the homework which I had given? Okay, very good. Already in this chapter we had saw about invertebrate age. Now we are going to see chordates. Example rabbit. Now let's see about rabbit. The scientific name of rabbit is Oryctolagus cuniculus. Oryctolagus cuniculus. Now we see the taxonomy position. Phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, class Mammalia, order Lagomorpha, genus Oryctolagus, species Cuniculus. The combination of genus and species is scientific name. That means genus Oryctolagus, species Cuniculus, that is the scientific name is Oryctolagus cuniculus. Now we are going to see the habit and habitat of rabbit. Rabbits. Everybody saw rabbit? Do you know what is the color? That you know, yes? Rabbits are gentle, very nice, timid animal. Looking very nicely, yes? This is live in burrows. They are distributed throughout the world. Every place the animals are there. This is a herbivore animal that only eating grass, plants only. After this, this is a gregarious animals. Rabbits are gregarious. What is gregarious animal? That moving in groups, always going groups only. So this name is gregarious animals. Rabbits are gregarious animals. Everybody knows that animals, that rabbit, everybody know. Now we see the pygmy rabbit. What is pygmy rabbit? That rabbits are living in Washington. In 1990, one list taken that rabbits are threatened species because of decline in its population size and distribution due to the habitat loss. In March 2003, the Columbia Basin pygmy rabbits were federally listed as an endangered species. So the pygmy rabbits are endangered species. We will see about external morphology of rabbit. Everybody see the picture of rabbit. The rabbit everybody saw already. See the picture now. The rabbit ear is very long. See, eyes are there. Mouth, upper arm, forearm, digits, foot, tail, thigh, trunk, neck. The picture parts given. Now see the shape and size coloration. Now we see the shape, size and coloration of rabbit. It is the elongated cylindrical body. Male and female are same size. They grow about 45 centimeter length. How many centimeter length? 45 centimeter length. Weight about 2.25 kilometer as adult. The weight of a rabbit 2.2 kilo in adult. The color varies color. Some white color, black color, brownish white, blackish white. That like different colors are there. Body is covered with fur, which serves to keep it warm. Fur means hair. The body is covered with hair that only keep the body warm. Next, body division. Body division of the rabbit is divisible into head, neck, trunk, tail. 4 part divided 4. One is head, next neck, trunk and tail. Now we will see the head. Head is wide, flattened and bears a tunicate snout. The snout is tunicate. It contains mouth, external nares, eyes, ears and vibrissae. The mouth is transverse slit-like, bounded by upper lip and lower lip. We have also like upper lip and lower lip, like the rabbit also. Just above the mouth are two oblique opening called nostrils. Above the mouth, two small openings are there, that is called nostrils. From each side of the upper lip, tactile hairs are there. Tactile hairs projects outward. Tactile hairs, that means whiskers. Otherwise we will say vibrissae. Vibrissae, whiskers. In the upper lip, the portion of the upper lip, the hairs are there, that is the whiskers. A pair of large movable external ear or pinnae is situated at the top of the head. You know that, yes? Every rabbit and ears are very long. Running time we can see that is very nice. Next, neck. The neck is very small, short neck. Neck connects the head with the trunk. It helps to turn the head. It helps to turn the head. Next, trunk. The trunk is divisible into an anterior thorax and posterior abdomen. Trunk divided two. One is anterior thorax, posterior abdomen. Thorax and abdomen. In female, 4 or 5 teats, otherwise nipples, are present on ventral surface between the thorax and abdomen. Between the thorax and abdomen, that nipples are there. 4 or 5 nipples are there in the female rabbit have. The tongue bears 2 pairs of pentactile limbs. 2 pairs of pentactile limbs are there. That means 4 limbs and hind limbs. 4 limbs are shorter than the hind limbs. 4 limbs are shorter than the hind limbs. Everybody saw. Yes? Yes or no? 4 limbs are shorter than the hind limbs. All the digits bear claws. All the digits bear claws. Nails. Sharp nails are there. Yes? The anus is present at the posterior end of the abdomen at the base of the tail. Anus is present at the posterior end at the base of the tail. In female, on the ventral side, a slit-like vulva is present. The ventral side, the slit-like vulva is present. In male, penis is present in the ventral side of the anus. Penis is present in the ventral side of the anus. The male has a pair of testes enclosed by scrotal sacs. Testes enclosed by scrotal sacs. Next one, tail. Tail is short. You know that, yes? It is used to give signal to other rabbits in event of danger. In a danger coming time, that rabbit giving the signal with the tail. It is used to give signal to other rabbits in the event of danger. Next one, we will see that integument. Integument, that means skin. integument forms outer covering of the body. The structure which is derived from it has claws, nails, and gland-like sweat glands, sebaceous glands, mammary glands. Some glands are there, sweat glands, you know that. Sebaceous gland, that is the oily glands on the skin. Mammary glands, the female have mammary glands. The mammary glands are modified glands of the skin. They secrete milk. Mammary glands secrete milk and help in nourishing young one. That rabbit giving food, that means feeding the milk to the young one. The sweat gland and the sebaceous gland embedded in the skin regulate the body temperature. The sweat gland and the sebaceous gland regulate the body temperature. We will see about digestive system of rabbit. The digestive system includes alimentary canal and associated digestive glands. Alimentary canal and associated digestive glands. What is alimentary canals? What are the organs are there? Alimentary canal consists of mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, cecum, large intestine and anus. These all are alimentary canal parts. First, mouth. Mouth is a transverse slit bounded by a upper and lower lip. Upper and lower lip, in between small slit is there. That is the mouth. It leads into the buccal cavity. Buccal cavity means the opening the mouth and the inside, that is the buccal cavity. The floor of the buccal cavity is occupied by a muscular tongue. We have also tongue. That muscular tongue is there, that like same. The rabbit also have. Jaws bear teeth. Jaws bear teeth. Two jaws are there that have teeth. The buccal cavity lead into the esophagus through the pharynx. See the picture. Everybody see the picture. Buccal cavity lead into the esophagus through the pharynx. Pharynx is in the throat region area. Throat region. That buccal cavity lead into the esophagus. Esophagus is a tube-like structure. Tube. That is the food tube. That is esophagus. Esophagus open into the stomach followed by small intestine. Esophagus open into the stomach. Buccal cavity lead into the esophagus. Esophagus open into the stomach. Stomach followed by the small intestine. Cecum is a thin-walled sac present at the junction of small intestine and large intestine. That means cecum is in between the small intestine and large intestine. That is one thin-walled sac. Cecum is a thin-walled sac that is present in between the large intestine and small intestine. It contains bacteria that help in digestion of cellulose. The cecum contains bacteria. Some bacteria are there, living there. Some bacteria living in the cecum. That bacteria helps in digestion of cellulose. We are eating cellulose food, plant food that have cellulose. That is cellulose digested by that bacteria. So the cecum consists of bacteria. Small intestine open into the large intestine, which has colon and rectum. Colon and rectum. Large intestine has colon and a rectum. Rectum finally open outside the anus. See the picture everybody. One more time properly you see. First the mouth, no, not here. Next the tube like esophagus is there. Esophagus, next stomach. Next that go into the small intestine. In between that liver, gallbladder, pancreas, there are there. After that small intestine, go to the large intestine. In between that cecum is there. Large intestine means here colon and rectum. The two are make a large intestine. That finishing, that large intestine go into the anus. That open outside. Rectum finally open outside by the anus. Digestive glands. Here some digestive glands are so there. What are the digestive glands? Digestive glands here salivary gland, gastric glands, liver, pancreas, intestinal glands. That like some glands are there. That only digesting the food. The secretion of digestive gland help in digestion of food in alimentary canal. What are the digestive glands? Salivary glands is in the mouth, gastric gland is in the stomach, liver, pancreas and intestinal glands. That all digestive glands help in digestion of food. Now we have to see the dentition in rabbit. Dentition. What is dentition? Arrangement of teeth in jaws. Arrangement of teeth in jaws. Teeth are hard bone-like structure used to cut, tear and grind the food material. That we know, everybody have teeth. So that rabbit also have teeth. What are the use of teeth? Cut the food, tear the food and grind the food. The rabbit has two sets of teeth. One is permanent teeth, another one is milk teeth. Milk teeth is in the young one, the permanent teeth in the adult. The extensions of two sets of teeth in the life of animal is called diphyodont dentition. Diphyodont dentition. Extension of two sets of teeth in the life of an animal is called diphyodont dentition. That means milk teeth also there, permanent teeth also there. In the rabbit, teeth are different types. One is canines, premolar, molar, canine, premolar, molar. That like different types of teeth are there. So this dentition is called heterodont. Heterodont. Why? What is heterodont? The teeth are of different types. The rabbit teeth are different types. Hence the dentition is called heterodonts. That have 4 kinds of teeth. Maximum every mammals have 4 kinds of teeth. One is incisor, canines, premolar, molar. The incisor symbol is I, canine symbol is C, premolar symbol is PM and molar symbol is M. This is expressed in the form of dental formula. What is dental formula? Dental formula is the simple method of representing the teeth of mammal. What is dental formula? Dental formula is the simple method of representing the teeth of mammal. representing the teeth of mammal. The number of each kind of tooth in the upper and lower jaws on one side is counted. What is Tyndall formula? Tyndall formula is a simple method of representing the teeth of mammal. Now we will see the Tyndall formula. I means incisor, that 2 by 1. 2 by 1. Canines, that is simply C. That rabbit have no canines, so 0 by 0. Premolar, PM, 3 by 2. 3 by 2. Next one, molar, M, 3 by 3. The Tyndall formula is I 2 by 1, C 0 by 0, PM 3 by 2, M 3 by 3. So we will return like 2033 by 1023. 2033 by 1023. Canines are absent, no canines, so 0 0 given. The gap between the incisor and the premolar is called diastema. Gap between the incisor and the premolar. Incisor and premolar. See the picture. Everybody look at the picture. Incisors. Incisors. Premolars. Molars. Now, incisors and premolars is called diastema. What is diastema? Premolar and incisors are called diastema. It helps in mastication and chewing of food in herbivorous. Mastication and chewing of food in herbivorous animal. Herbivorous animal. We will see about respiratory system of rabbit. Respiration, breathing. Respiration means what? Breathing. Respiration takes place by pair of lungs. Pair of lungs. Two lungs. That is enclosed in the thoracic cavity. Spongy tissue. Lungs which are light spongy tissue. Light spongy tissue. That enclosed in the thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity. On the lower side of the thoracic cavity is the dome-shaped diaphragm. One diaphragm is there. Diaphragm means what? That in between the thoracic and abdomen. In between the thoracic and abdomen, one dome-shaped thoracic cavity, one dome-shaped diaphragm is there. One diaphragm, that is dome-shaped diaphragm. Next one, the lungs enclosed by double membranous pleura. Pleura. That lungs enclosed by double membrane pleura. The outer layer. Two membranes are there that are called pleura. Atmospheric gas passes through the external nostril and nasal passage into the pharynx. First that air is going into the nostril and nasal passengers into the pharynx. From the pharynx it passes through the glottis in the windpipe. Glottis into the windpipe. Pharynx passes through the glottis into the windpipe. The anterior part of the windpipe enlarged to form a larynx. Pharynx passes through the windpipe. The windpipe is enlarged to form larynx, otherwise voice box. Voice box you know, yes or no? We have voice box, our voice producing there. That like the rabbit have also voice box. Its wall supported by 4 cartilaginous plates. That voice box supported by 4 cartilaginous plates. Inside the larynx lies the vocal cord and vibration result production of sound. How sound producing? We know that already we studied the previous classes. Larynx, vocal cord and its vibration result in the production of sound. Vibration result in the production of sound. The larynx lead into the trachea or windpipe. First, that air passes through the external nostril, nasal passage into the pharynx. Next, see the picture everybody. Pharynx, next windpipe. That windpipe is the larynx. The windpipe is the larynx. That larynx lead into trachea. See the picture. Larynx lead into the trachea. Larynx is a voice box. Next, that going to the trachea. After the tracheal walls are supported by rings of cartilage. The free passage of air. The rings of cartilage which help the free passage of air. There one epiglottis are there. What is epiglottis? The epiglottis prevent the entry of food into the trachea through the glottis. The air is coming from the nostril. That time that going to the glottis, that in between one door is there. That door is epiglottis. That door prevents the entry of food into the trachea. We are eating time, the food is sometime we are laughing and talking something, that like we are eating some 1 or 2 rices going up. Yes or no? You know that? Every time not going, sometime going there. That one door is there. You are more laughing and eating means that door will open. That door is epiglottis. After, the trachea divided into 2 branches, that is called bronchi, one entering into the each lung, dividing into further branches called bronchioles, when end into the alveoli. Alveoli is the last. First, nostril, pharynx, larynx, glottis, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli. Okay. Circulatory system. Now we will see circulatory system. Circulatory system is formed of blood vessels and heart. We know that everybody have circulatory system. Blood vessels and heart are present in the circulatory system. Heart is very small, pear shaped and lies is thoracic cavity in between the lungs. In between the lungs, heart is there. Heart is pear shaped in between the lungs. It encloses pericardium, double layer membrane. The heart covered by double layer, that is called pericardium. Pericardium membrane. Heart outer membrane is called pericardium membrane. Now everybody see the picture. See the picture. Right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle, left ventricle, postcaval vein, right precaval vein, left precaval vein, systemic arc, left pulmonary vein, pulmonary veins, pulmonary artery. Yes. Heart is four-chambered with two auricle and two ventricle. Two auricle, see the picture, right auricle, ventricle, right ventricle, sorry, right auricle, left auricle, two auricles. Below you see right ventricle, left ventricle, that like four chambers, two auricles, two ventricles. In between the right and left auricle, one layer is there. In between the right auricle and left auricle, one layer is there, that is interauricular septum. Interauricular septum is present in between the right and left auricle. Next, right and left ventricle are separated by interventricular septum. That is interauricular septum. This one interventricular septum. Right auricle, left auricle, in between that is interauricular septum. Right and left ventricle separated by interventricular septum. The right auricle open into the right ventricle by right auriculoventricular aperture. In between the right auricle and right auricle and right ventricle, one hole is there. Small aperture is there. That is auriculoventricular aperture. That guarded by one valve. The auriculoventricular aperture is there. That one guarded by one valve. That valve name is tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve. Where is tricuspid valve? That valve is in between the right auricle and right ventricle. Right auricle and right ventricle, in between one aperture is the auriculoventricular aperture and guarded by one valve. That valve is tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve. Next one, the left side. The left auricle open into the left ventricle by left auriculoventricular aperture. There also small hole is there. That aperture name is left auriculoventricular aperture. That also guarded by one valve. That valve is bicuspid valve, otherwise mitral valve. Bicuspid valve or mitral valve. That means right side tricuspid valve, left side bicuspid valve. Tricuspid, bicuspid. The opening of a pulmonary artery, aorta, guarded by another valves are there. Three valves. Three semilunar valves. Where is semilunar valves? The opening of pulmonary artery and aorta are guarded by three semilunar valves. Next, the right auricle receives deoxygenated blood through two superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava, other name is precaval. Inferior vena cava, other name is postcaval. That two veins are taking deoxygenated blood. Always veins taking deoxygenated blood only. From all part of the body, the left auricle receives oxygenated blood from the pulmonary veins, from the lungs. From the lungs, The pulmonary veins taking oxygenated blood. From the right ventricle arises pulmonary trunk, which carries deoxygenated blood into lungs, and from the left ventricle arises the systemic arc, that is aorta, systemic arc, which supplies oxygenated blood to all parts of the body. The aorta supply oxygenated blood to all parts of the body. That veins, posterior vena cava, inferior vena cava veins collect blood from all parts of the body. That means that deoxygenated blood taking veins, aorta taking oxygenated blood. We will see the nervous system of rabbit. Nervous system. The nervous system in rabbit formed central nervous system, CNS, peripheral nervous system, PNS, autonomic nervous system, ANS. CNS, PNS, ANS. PNS consists of brain and spinal cord. PNS consists of 12 pairs of cranial nerves and 37 pairs of spinal nerves. ANS comprises sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. CNS consists of brain, spinal cord. PNL is formed 12 pairs of cranial nerves and 37 pairs of spinal nerves. ANS comprises sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. Now everybody see the picture. Brain. Brain is situated in the cranial cavity and covered by three chambers called an outer dura-mater, inner bio-mater, and middle arachnoid membrane. Three membranes are there. The brain covered by three membranes. Outermost layer, that is a dura-mater. Inner layer, that is a bio-mater. In between, the middle layer, that is the arachnoid membrane. The brain is divided into four: brain, prosencephalon, midbrain, mesencephalon, and hindbrain, rhobencephalon. Forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Forebrain, see the picture everybody. Forebrain, that consists of pair of olfactory lobes. Olfactory lobes. See the picture. Up. Cerebral hemisphere, diencephalon. Forebrain consists of pair of olfactory lobes, cerebral hemisphere, and diencephalon. Diencephalon. Olfactory lobes, cerebral hemisphere, and diencephalon. These are our forebrains. The right and left side cerebral hemisphere and connected by transverse band nerve tissue called corpus callosum. Corpus callosum. Corpus callosum. The midbrain include the optic lobes. See the picture, optic lobe, that is the midbrain. Midbrain include optic lobes. Only optic lobes is a midbrain. Next, hindbrain consists of cerebellum, bone, varoli, and medulla oblongata. See the picture everybody. Where is hindbone? Hindbrain consists of cerebellum, bones, varoli, and medulla oblongata. cerebellum, bones varoli, medulla oblongata. Okay, brain. Everybody saw to study properly this brain. Okay. Now we are going to see the urinogenital system of rabbit. Urinogenital system comprises urinary or excretory system. Urinary or excretory system and genital or reproductive system. That means urinary system, genital system. Urinary or excretory, genital or reproductive system. Therefore, they are usually described as urinogenital system in vertebrates. Excretory system. Each kidney is made of several nephrons. It separates the nitrogenous waste from blood and excretes it in the form of urea. Kidney is made up of several nephrons. It separates the nitrogenous waste from the blood and excretes it in the form of urea. Kidney are dark red bean-shaped organ situated in the abdominal cavity. From each kidney arises ureter, which open posteriorly into the urinary bladder and lead into the thick-walled muscular duct called urethra. That means kidney arises the ureter, which open into the urinary bladder, next lead into the urethra. Next we are going to see the reproductive system. Sexual dimorphism is exhibited in rabbits. That means male and female sexes are separate and morphologically different. Male, female separate. Male animal and female animals are separate. See the picture everybody. Male reproductive system. Male reproductive system. See the picture. I taught excretory system. That excretory system and the male reproductive system. First kidney, right kidney, left kidney. Next you see ureter, tube-like structure. Next urinary bladder, bag-like structure, urinary bladder. Next urethra. These are excretory system. Okay. Now see the picture, same picture you see. First one, perineal glands, Cowper glands, prostate glands. These are glands are in the below the bottom of the reproductive system. Penis is the scrotal sac, two scrotal sac are there, two testes, this side and the left side and right side. That one going to the tube-like structure, vas deferens. Next the penis, that is some glands are there, prostate gland, Cowper's gland. perineal glands. Yes, now male reproductive system that have pair of testes. Yes, pair of testes are there. That shape is ovoid in nature, ovoid shape. Pair of testes, ovoid shape. The testes are enclosed by scrotal sac, the bag-like structure. Scrotal sac. In the abdominal cavity, each testis consists of numerous fine tubules called seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules. The network of tubules lead into the coiled tubule called epididymis, which lead into the sperm duct called vas deferens. The vas deferens joined into the urethra just below the urinary bladder. The urethra runs backward and passes into the penis. The male reproductive system, two testes are there. The testes are enclosed by scrotal sac in the abdominal cavity. Each testis consists of numerous fine tubules called seminiferous tubules. This network of seminiferous tubules lead into the epididymis. The epididymis lead into the sperm duct that is called vas deferens. The vas deferens join to the urethra just below the urinary bladder. The urethra runs backward and passes into the penis. There are three accessory glands are there. One is prostate gland, Cowper's gland, perineal gland. Prostate gland, Cowper's gland, perineal gland. These are glands are used in the accessory glands. Their secretion are involved in reproduction. These glands secretions are involved in reproduction. Now we will see the reproductive system. Female reproductive system. The rabbit consists of pair of ovaries which are small ovoid structure. See the picture everybody. Pair of ovaries are there. That ovoid structure. They are located behind the kidney in the abdominal cavity. Behind the kidney. See, behind the kidney in the abdominal cavity. A pair of oviduct open into the body cavity by funnel shaped opening from each side of the ovary. Everybody see the picture properly. A pair of oviduct open into the body cavity by a funnel shaped opening. Funnel shaped opening, that is two sides of the ovary. Anterior part of the oviduct is fallopian tube. Fallopian tube. See, fallopian tube. The fallopian tube lead into a wider tube called uterus. Uterus. Fallopian tube lead into wide tube called uterus. The uterus join together to form medium tube called vagina. See, vagina. Where is vagina? See. The uterus join together to form a median tube called vagina. The common tube is formed by union of urinary bladder and the vagina and is called urinogenital canal. Urinogenital canal. It runs backward and open into the exterior by slit like a aperture called vulva. Vulva. Small opening. A pair of Cowper's gland, perineal gland or accessory glands present in the female reproductive system. Male reproductive system, 3 glands are there. One is Cowper gland, perineal gland, prostate gland. Here Cowper gland and perineal gland. These glands present in the female reproductive system. Okay. Okay children, study this lesson properly. I will give the homework. Okay. Now homework. Make 10 fill in the blanks in this topic. Only rabbit. Make 10 fill in the blanks. Okay, it is your writing homework. Next one, assignment. Assignment, urinogenital system of rabbit. Urinogenital system of which? That is excretory system, reproductive system. The two are urinogenital system, reproductive system, male reproductive system and female reproductive system. The drawing also. So, complete your assignment properly, draw nicely. Okay children, study well, study this chapter properly.